I'm Vanessa Keaton, and 15 years ago, I was breaking the law, hurting my family, and stuck in an addiction I thought I couldn't escape. Now, with over a decade of sobriety, my mission is to help anyone I meet find recovery and live recovery. For the next half hour, we are answering tough questions, having hard conversations.
We can overcome this terrible, terrible disease called addiction that's just robbed and ravaged our communities.
And showing you the inspirational stories of what a world away from substance abuse looks like.
I really feel like the sky is the limit.
Let's get started. Welcome to Inside ARC, presented by Addiction Recovery Care. Hi everyone, and welcome to Inside ARC, presented by Addiction Recovery Care. I'm Vanessa Keaton. This show is pretty simple, but can be life-changing. Inside ARC is a time for us to come together to have tough conversations about addiction and recovery, as well as offer hope to anyone out there that needs help. We all know someone in addiction, or maybe you yourself have been struggling for years. We want to help you. It's as simple as that. During the entire show, we have people waiting by the phone who can answer your questions and help you find a treatment solution for your addiction. All you have to do is call the number at the bottom of your screen. With that being said, let's get started. It's amazing to see some of the faces come through our programs. Many of these people have nothing but the clothes on their backs and an addiction that has destroyed their lives. Christina Sargent is one person that relates to those circumstances, but as you will see, found her path right here at Addiction Recovery Care.
I was broken. I was homeless. I was hungry, you know. There was nights where I would just go do drugs just to not be hungry, that pain of hunger. I was an IV user, looking for love in all the wrong places. I idolized people over God, and that led me to a path of destruction. I have a little girl that's 8 years old. I hadn't seen her in 2 years. My lowest point was I'd relapsed and I was addicted to heroin. I was 27 weeks pregnant at this time. When I detoxed, my son stopped moving completely. Just the fear of losing my baby boy that God blessed me with was my bottom. Karen's Place opened up with their arms and loved me back to life. They helped me get everything situated through my pregnancy. I gave birth to a wonderful 7-pound, 1.5-ounce baby boy. He was perfectly healthy, no withdrawal symptoms. And I promised God that if He saved my baby boy from my mistake, I would serve Him and raise my son up through him. Being a peer support specialist has totally just humbled me. To be able to show God's love to our new clients and just say, hey, you're not alone, that I am you. Just been here a little longer, but if you just stay still and just teaching them things that God has allowed me to learn about myself and my recovery to help strengthen the next girl that comes in broken and pregnant and fearful. It just keeps me balanced on why I want to continue to be a peer support specialist. I'm just really excited just to be that one life that ARC saved.
And we are so thankful to have Christina Sargent in the studio with us today. So Christina, welcome.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here.
All right. So now I know that the audience, one thing that they probably are going to notice is that you are now Christina Sargent and you were Christina Hunter in the video. So do you want to tell us what has happened since that video was recorded?
I will. My story, once it was released, my husband, now that I'm married to, was just watching ARC testimonials, and mine came up, and he just had this overwhelming feeling that God told him to message me. And so, so I took that step in faith, you know, and we've been married since September of last year.
That is so wonderful. And I have the privilege of knowing you and your husband, and I can say that you got a great guy. Yeah,
Yes.
You sure do. All right, so tell us a little more about how things have progressed in your life and where things are at now. You know, I know watching the video, it can really pull on some heartstrings, and it's always good to remind ourselves of where we came from. But I know that your life has continued to progress in other areas since then too.
Yes. Looking back at my testimony, it brought so many overwhelming emotions, just gratitude. To be able to look back and almost 2 years later, imagining what my life was like then, I would have thought you were lying to me. Like today, I get to be a mother to both of my children. You know, be a wife, you know, with a husband that sees me as his rib from his side. You know, back in my video, you know, I had idolized people over God, and when I finally put God first, everything fell into place, you know, and so I'm just really grateful to have this opportunity to live today.
That's wonderful. I love that. Yeah, and that's so important in life, you know, really having your priorities lined up appropriately, and so I'm glad that that's been your experience.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about, I know you're doing peer support here, so has that role changed? I know that you were at the maternity center full-time when the video was taken, so tell me a little bit about what you're getting to do today.
Okay, so today I actually get to work from home.
That's awesome for a mother.
Oh, yes, yes. You know, my goal was to be able to help all of our clients in the facilities, and so I get to do that today. Like, I get to be at just about any center that needs peer support. So
cool.
Getting to meet different people in recovery, you know, being able to give hope even through the opposite sex, you know, it's truly, I just love it, you know, and I have more time for my family now as well, you know, even though when I work, I get to clock out and be home and be the mother and the wife that I've always wanted to be.
I completely understand. You know, I went through a season where I completely worked from home, and that was one of the most impressionable seasons on my marriage and my mothering that I ever experienced. So I fully understand that, and I'm glad that you're getting the opportunity to do that today.
Yes.
That's so great. So tell me, when you think back about your story, I mean, obviously you had many years of heartache and hard things that came along with your addiction, but I want you to tell me if there's someone out there today who is in the situation like you were, what's the best piece of advice that you could give them?
You are loved. You are loved. Whatever the disease the enemy tells you, that's a lie. Like, you are worthy. You were born with a purpose. We just have to find and ask and seek help. No matter what we've done, it doesn't matter today. Like, this is your opportunity to have options and to live life fully, you know. And if no one, you know, if anyone's out there that hasn't been told that they're loved, I love you, because I was loved even when I didn't see it.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, that I know for me that rings true in my life. You know, that feeling of, you know, no one could love me. You know, I'm too bad. No one could really love me. I mean, I lived on that principle. You know, I really felt that I was unlovable because of all the bad decisions that I had made and all the things that I had done wrong. And I know that there's people out there today who feel that way. You know, it wasn't just us.
Right.
You know, that's what addiction does. It causes you to feel like you're not worthy of even receiving love. So that's great advice. I love that. So tell me, what else do you want to share about maybe your job or what's going on in the life with your kiddos? Or is there anything else you want the audience to know about how life is today?
So today, just since taking this step and turning my life over and bettering myself, like the opportunities that I have, it's not just like temporary joy. You know, I get to wake up today and just be like, okay, I get to go and meet people and help people today. Like,
I love that.
Just to wake up happy and not have to have a substance to make me happy. You know, today I have peace and comfort and just joy. And, you know, life happens sometimes, you know, and things happen. But that there is not an excuse for me today to take that way out. You know, I can face it, you know, and I can overcome it and get through it, you know. Something that's on my heart is, you know, I lost my sister to an overdose in October, you know, and that time in my life was so hard. I had so much guilt, you know, and I was like, what could I have done better? But in reality, I use her story to help me help others. You know, today I'm the voice for the ones that lost their voice.
That's right.
To addiction, and I'm here to tell you that there is hope.
That's right.
You know, and to continue to live this way, to help someone else, to prevent that from happening, you know, I feel is my purpose today.
Absolutely.
So.
Oh, Christina, that's beautiful. I'm so sorry about your sister. I remember when that happened, and I know that has to be hard, but looks like you're able to use that to continue to help others, and I'm just so proud of you.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. And we'll be right back.
We looked for months to figure out where we wanted to be. It's so nice to be right here at home. We've worked with Dr. Jude and Amanda, and they'll talk to us and they'll check on the boys after visits. It's like they can connect with kids and they can get on kids' levels, and it's just something that you don't get with kids all the time, and I feel like they really do listen and care. And we plan on staying here with them. Hopefully they can follow them through. This is a gem in Louisa.
Torchlight Studio is your home for Appalachian music, from bluegrass to folk, gospel, and even rock and roll. Our team has spent most of their lives bringing these sounds to not just local airwaves, but airwaves across the country. Our team includes Grammy winners with decades of experience.
But we have top flight equipment, we have good knowledge. I mean, we know what to do here, so we can do anything that's needed.
Head on over to torchlightstudio.org to schedule a studio session or learn more.
Second Chance Auto is a full-service garage that prides itself in offering the highest quality of automotive repair and customer service. We provide tires and wheels, oil changes, tune-ups, and more while utilizing state-of-the-art equipment. At Second Chance Auto, we're changing lives while changing tires.
What do we believe about people in addiction? We believe that nobody is too far gone. We believe recovery doesn't just mean finding life away from addiction. Recovery also means helping them get back up. At Addiction Recovery Care, those with substance use disorders have access to the medical treatment they need to get better. Because we believe coming to treatment is only temporary, and home is where you belong.
The historic Garden Theater is a lively gathering place for music, theater, and much more. Home to the Mountain Movers Theater Company, the theater has a rich history dating back to 1921. Repaired and refurbished in 2019, the Garden Theater is a beautiful reminder of Louisa's rich history and a space showcasing the area's bright future.
You are watching Inside ARC, presented by Addiction Recovery Care. If you have questions about addiction treatment, don't hesitate to call us now.
Welcome back to Inside ARC. There's always someone that never gives up when it feels like the world is crumbling around you. We've decided to highlight those heroes. Take a look.
I'm Christina Sargent, and this is Morgan Roberts, and she is one of the many reasons why I'm sober.
We realize that people who are in recovery are heroes to a lot of people, and we realize that many of their stories are super inspirational, but we wanted to go deeper than that and really look at who was the person that helped that person get into recovery. We designed these ads to be simple because we wanted the attention really to be brought directly to their story.
Nick called me and said, I have this idea where we highlight the person behind the person in recovery. It's really rewarding to see them come in, because you can see when these people come in, they're a little nervous about the cameras, but I think also to the fact that this person sitting next to them meant so much that as you see them start talking back and forth to each other, they start to kind of just forget the camera's there, and that original connection that brought them together and helped bring them, you know, closer in recovery. It was just amazing to see kind of how they forgot the cameras were almost there as they started to talk to each other.
What do you mean she paved the way for you?
Well, we know that like people that are in recovery are very passionate about their story, and they're very passionate about helping others. And so for them to be able to look dead in the eye of somebody that helped begin their journey to having a new life, saving their life, I think there's a lot of value in that. I think it was really meaningful for us to be able to capture it on camera, but I think it was even more meaningful for the two people that were sitting on the couch. And that's mainly because in some cases, as you'll see in the ads, some of the things they were saying is something that the other person had never heard them say. And so there's a lot of great raw emotion in that.
I think these commercials will really show the impact of the recovery connector, the person that is helping someone get into recovery, because I don't think people realize what an impact they can have in someone's life by just connecting them to a recovery resource, as we saw in these commercials.
My name is Gemma Van Horn, and this is Maggie Signs.
My name is Megan Mooney Evans, and this is my aunt, Kathy Ward, who helped me find recovery.
I'm Christina Sargent, and this is Morgan Roberts, and she is one of the many reasons why I'm sober.
I'm Vanessa Keaton, and this is my husband, James Keaton, and we have recovered together for the last decade.
I'm just forever thankful.
She's done so much. You have grown so much, and I'm just so proud of everything that you've done.
Every day I was going to fight for your life as hard as I could.
If you wouldn't have fought for my life, I don't know if anybody else could.
Because of recovery today, I have a friend, and not just a friend, a sister, and somebody that I can always rely on, that's always there.
James, from the time that I met you, you have inspired me because of your recovery journey.
There's things in life that I thought of before, but you make me feel like that I can reach those.
We would not be who we are today without addiction recovery care.
Morgan, you helped me find recovery through addiction recovery care, and for that I will be forever thankful.
Without you, I would have never been connected to addiction recovery care. I love you.
Maggie, because of you and connecting me to addiction recovery care, I have a life today full of purpose and freedom from addiction.
Come join us at Masterpiece Cafe. We are conveniently located in downtown Louisa and are your one-stop shop for specialty coffee drinks and made-from-scratch baked goods. Comfortable seating inside that is surrounded by local art from the tri-state region, or outside on our back deck. Or grab your order to go.
Three Sisters Events, Rentals, and Designs is your one-stop shop for your event needs. When you book with us, we can get you the space, the supplies, and all the help you need coordinating your event. Send us your inspiration photos and let us create designs specific to you. Next up, set up a free consultation with us and our team will develop a plan and estimate to meet your budget. If you have an upcoming event, head on over to our website at threesistersevents.com to learn more. At Masterpiece Kitchen, we offer catering services and baked goods. Our renowned team is well known locally for their quality service and amazing abilities. At Masterpiece Kitchen, we're passionate about providing top-of-the-line catering services to fit your needs. Masterpiece Kitchen is also working towards being accredited to offer a degree in culinary arts. Check out Masterpiece Kitchen in Louisa and give us a call at 606-225-8675.
Here's 3 myths that you need to know about coming to treatment. 1, it won't work for you. 2, you are alone or you feel alone and that there's nobody else that can identify with what you're going through. 3, you think that it's not a disease and that you choose to destroy your life. Coming to treatment is worth it and you can recover.
Welcome back. We have facilities across the state where men and women are finding themselves more and more every day. This week we are thrilled to take you inside of Hazel Hills in Bath County, Kentucky, where miracles are happening.
Hazel Hills in Owensville, Kentucky is one of Addiction Recovery Care's most comprehensive treatment centers in the state. Hazel Hills houses a detox unit for anyone looking to safely detox around trained medical personnel 24/7. Hazel Hills also features an all-women's Phase 1 residential center located in another wing of the facility. The facility is known for its quaint, small-town feel, but continues to provide opportunities for all walks of life. Thousands of former clients who are now in successful sobriety started their journey in these walls. Hazel Hills is a CARF-accredited, state-licensed alcohol and other drug entity and behavioral health services organization residential crisis stabilization facility. These designations signify that Hazel Hills utilizes the best practices of clinical drug rehab.
You can learn more about Hazel Hills by visiting www.arccenters.com. Now it's time where we answer some of your questions about addiction and recovery. This week's question is, if I call the number on the screen, how long will I have to wait to get into treatment at ARC? This might be the question that we hear the most. At ARC, we have treatment on demand. This means that we have people by the phone 24 hours a day and 7 days a week. Once you call, we will begin the evaluation process and oftentimes can have you a bed in one of our facilities by the end of the day. We understand that oftentimes waiting for a bed to open up at a treatment facility can be life or death. Because of that, we work hard to get you into an ARC center as fast as possible. That's all for this edition of Inside ARC. If you need help, please reach out today. We'll see you next time.
My son's name is Casey. He died from an overdose to heroin at the age of 23. When we were in crisis with Casey, we were not allowed to do anything to intervene on his disease.
Charlotte Wethington decided to turn her pain into purpose. Casey's Law gives you, the family or friend of someone in addiction, the ability to help your loved one when they can't help themselves, by ultimately sending them to treatment. For assistance with the Casey's Law process, call the number on your screen now. At Addiction Recovery Care, we believe from the moment we receive a call asking for help to the client's first steps through our doors to begin their treatment, the opportunities are endless. And the truth is, not all treatment is created equal. Here at Addiction Recovery Care, we believe in not only helping the client recover from their substance use disorder, but also recovering their life with practical skills that will give them an advantage when they go back into the world. Simply put, we believe every client should have the opportunity to go from crisis to career. It's what makes us different. As we've grown in order to help more individuals, so have our workforce partnerships. Addiction Recovery Care is proud to partner with Toyotomi America, located in Springfield, Kentucky. There, right now, you can find former and current addiction recovery care clients who have been given opportunities to build back their lives.
Some of the guys are starting out floor-level, production-level team members. But you can already see that they have the drive and the willingness to work off.
We are truly seeing that people are rebuilding their lives, and they're starting with that opportunity of work. And that is making a little money, making them, return back to society and breaking out of that generational poverty that most of them have wound up experiencing through their addiction crisis.
Second chance employers like Toyotomi are making a difference in Kentucky and setting an example for other businesses that want to be part of the solution. As we at ARC continue helping others find their potential, potential is also being found on the manufacturing line.
I never heard of crisis to career, never been to treatment before, but the crisis to career part was it stuck out to me, and it definitely presented opportunities that I could not imagine a treatment center would offer.
Everybody deserves a second chance. Some people get third and fourth chances, but it means a lot to me to not fail this time.
I'd been counted out, I was in addiction probably 12, 13 years, and it was just a repeating cycle of catastrophe in my life. And I think some of my family had lost hope, and they're starting to regain some of it back.
ARC's Crisis to Career approach to long-term recovery has been a collaborative effort. Thanks to the Kentucky Chamber of Commerce Foundation and their Fair Chance Academy, Toyotomi and other companies are receiving training, knowledge, and resources to help them welcome people in recovery back into the workforce.
CEOs and HR managers are given a glimpse of some of the struggles of returning citizens into their community and the workforce. By the end of the Fair Chance Academy, employers will better understand substance use disorder and best practices to help solve issues within their organization that may cause a disconnect between managers and their employees.
We're not practicing what we preach if we're not doing our corporate social responsibility, meaning having a positive environment or setting a positive way to our community. We have several team members that have been wonderful. I mean, you couldn't imagine how good of workers these gentlemen are.
Partnerships like these are what makes us different at Addiction Recovery Care, and they are why we have a track record of success in treating substance use, helping people re-enter the workforce, and building back Kentuckians' lives so they can discover their true destiny. For more information about our Crisis to Career model, visit www.arccenters.com.
I'm Christina Burton, and this is Morgan Roberts, and she is one of the many reasons why I'm sober. She was the first person that took me under her wing and shared her experience, strength, and hope with me.
Because of recovery today, I have a friend, and not just a friend, a sister, and somebody that I can always rely on, that's always there.
Morgan, you helped me find recovery through Addiction Recovery Care, and for that I will be forever thankful.